Here's a fun fact. Chickens have more than 8,000 feathers. No wonder they can survive in extremely cold temperatures. They've got a big coat to keep them warm. But what about the hot summer? Don't all of those feathers cause them to overheat? The answer is no. Your chickens are able to adapt to the heat just like most animals. Unless it gets oppressively hot. And when it does, they will need you to take measures to keep them safe from the heat.
Chickens are most comfortable when temperatures are between 60 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 16 to 24 Celsius. As temperatures climb, a chicken's body will regulate itself to maintain a healthy core temperature. The comb and wattles act as a radiator, releasing excess heat from the body. Chickens don't sweat, but they do pant, much like a dog. They will also spread their wings in an effort to allow more air next to their body. They should be fine without extra accommodation up to about 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 29 Celsius. If the humidity is extremely low, they can probably withstand 95 Fahrenheit or 35 Celsius. There comes a point, however, where chickens cannot effectively manage the heat without your help.
So, what can you do to care for your girls during those dog days of summer to keep them safe and more comfortable? Well, hopefully you've done some good planning with your coop and run. This includes putting both of them in a spot that is well shaded from the sun. And having windows on opposite walls of the coop will allow breezes to remove hot, stagnant air. Of course, your run should be open air as much as possible.
As always, it's critical that your girls have plentiful and fresh water. Pathogens are rampant in the summertime, so keep their water clean. When it's hot, chickens will drink up to twice as much water as they normally do. So, keep a close eye on water levels. You may want to put out additional waterers just to be safe. You may want to fill bottles with water and freeze them, then put them in the waterer. This will keep their water cool and make it more appealing. You can also add electrolytes to their water. Electrolytes rehydrate the cells and boost key mineral levels. Be sure to follow the instructions on the packaging. You can make electrolyte ice cubes and then add these to your girls' water. When it's hot, they will love fresh fruit, such as cold watermelon. Frozen berries make a nice treat too. Of course, you need to avoid giving them scratch grains or any other treat that will cause them to produce more body heat. Your girls will also appreciate a deep dust bath that allows them to dig down into the underlying and cool layers of dirt. You may want to hose down the roof of your coop with cold water to provide some temporary relief from the heat. If you are struggling to get the temperature down in the coop, attach an electric fan to the outside of a window. A neat trick is to freeze gallon jugs of water, hang them from the coop ceiling, and point the fan at them. This will create an air conditioning effect. You might also put the jugs right on the coop floor so your girls can nestle up against them. I also have a mister that I hook up to a garden hose and place inside the run. The girls really like this. Misters are inexpensive and a great investment, in my opinion. One word of caution. Make sure your girls don't get drenched. If they do, this can actually impede their ability to keep cool. I have also used large shallow tubs filled with water. The idea is that the girls will stand in the water to cool down. Once in a while somebody does hop in. It helps if I toss in some treats, like these grapes. But mostly they just drink out of it. That's chickens. Go figure.
Next, let's talk about what to do if your hens are acting abnormally in hot weather. As ambient temperatures climb above 100 degrees Fahrenheit, about 38 Celsius, chickens will be unable to shed heat quickly enough to maintain a healthy core temperature. This is why it's so important that you take the measures I have outlined here. If you don't intervene, their bodies will continue to get warmer and warmer, and heat stress will set in. There are several symptoms of heat stress. I'll discuss them in order of appearance and severity. First, you may notice that their combs and wattles are pale. Your hens will lay thin-shelled eggs or stop laying altogether. You will also see a lot of diarrhea. Some amount of loose stool is normal, but if it's rampant, that's a sign that something is wrong. They will also eat very little or nothing at all and will drink water incessantly. As heat stress increases, lethargy will set in. At some point, they will become unstable on their feet, and finally, they will become disoriented. If you have a chicken suffering from heat stress, get her out of the heat immediately and soak her in cool water. Start by submerging her legs and feet. If she doesn't respond and perk up relatively quickly, submerge half of her body as well. Keep her soaking until she becomes more responsive. Dry her off, then isolate her from the rest of the flock, preferably in a place where you can keep an eye on her. I suggest also adding NutriDrench to her water. This is a supplement I discuss extensively in the chick health part of this training, and one I recommend you keep on hand. If you don't act quickly, heat stress can lead to heat stroke, and heat stroke is generally fatal if not addressed immediately. Remember that your chickens can't take the heat as well as people can. Make sure you do all you can to keep them cool, and react quickly if you see them in distress.